Hello everyone. Let's start with the chapter Polynomials of class 9 today. Learning outcomes of today's video are: students will be able to identify polynomials, define a polynomial in one variable, categorize polynomial on the basis of the degree and terms. After watching this video, you will all be able to identify polynomials from the given algebraic expressions. Secondly, you will be able to define a polynomial in one variable. Like, what is a polynomial? What is the definition of this? How can we distinguish polynomial from an algebraic expression? And thirdly, you all will be able to categorize polynomial on the basis of the degree and terms. There are the polynomials which we name them on the basis of the degree and term. You will be able to categorize them comfortably. Meaning of the word polynomials. Poly means many and nomials means terms. Polynomials is an expression having many terms. So that is how the word polynomials has been formed. Polynomials are special type of algebraic expressions. Few examples of algebraic expressions are, say, 2x, 7 by 5 x square plus 12x, root 3 by 11 x power 9, 6 root x plus x square, 2x power 1 by 5, x power 1 by 3, x power minus 3 and 7xyz. These are the few examples which I am considering just to explain the polynomials. Now, how to differentiate polynomials from algebraic expressions? What do we have to do? We just have to see the exponents on the variable. For example, now this is the algebraic expression. Now the exponent on variable x is 1. Here in this there are two terms and exponent on each term we will see. Exponent on x is here 2 and here it is 1. In this term, exponent on the variable x is 9. Now in this algebraic expression, it is given in the radical form, so it can be expressed in exponential form. So the exponent on variable x is 1 by 2, here it is 2. Similarly, here it is 1 by 5, here it is 1 by 3, this is minus 3, and there are 3 variables. So exponent on each variable is 1 here. So these are the exponents on each variable. On the basis of the exponent on each variable, we will define polynomials. Now, if the exponents of the variable or variables depending on the algebraic expression is a whole number, then we called it as a polynomial. These are the examples we have considered. So now we will differentiate, will classify these terms, these algebraic expression as polynomial and non-polynomial on the basis of the exponent on the variable, right? So polynomial and non-polynomial. Let's see the first algebraic expression, it is 2x. Now what is the exponent on x? It is 1. 1 is a whole number, so it will fall under polynomial. Now consider the next example. This is 2x power 1 by 5. Now exponent on the variable is 1 by 5 and 1 by 5 is not a whole number, so it will fall under non-polynomial. Let's see the next example. It is 7 by 5 x square plus 12x. Exponent on this term on the x is 2 here and here it is 1. Exponent here it is 2 and here it is 1, and both these are whole numbers, so it will fall under polynomial. Now the next example, this is 6 root x plus x square. This is the radical form. Let's express it in the exponential form. Now the exponent on the variable is 1 by 2 and 1 by 2 is not a whole number, so it will fall under non-polynomial. Now the next example, it is root 3 by 11 x power 9. Now the exponent on the variable is 9, 9 is a whole number, so it will fall under polynomial. Now the next example, x power 1 by 3. Now x power 1 by 3, the exponent on x is 1 by 3 and 1 by 3 is not a whole number, so it will fall under non-polynomial. Now the last example, this is x power minus 3. Exponent on x is minus 3 and minus 3 is not a whole number, so again it will fall under non-polynomial. A polynomial containing only one variable is called polynomial in one variable. अब अभी हम लोगों ने पीछे एक एग्जाम्पल किया था जहाँ पर x, y, z तीन वेरिएबल्स आ रहे थे, ठीक है, तो वो एक पॉलिनोमियल होगा, बट वो पॉलिनोमियल एक वेरिएबल में नहीं होगा. इट विल नॉट बी अ पॉलिनोमियल इन वन वेरिएबल. तो अब हम लोग इस चैप्टर में वो पॉलिनोमियल्स करेंगे जिसके अंदर सिर्फ एक ही वेरिएबल होगा, राइट? So those are called as polynomial in one variable. Variables and constants. Variable basically word बना है VARY. Vary का मतलब होता है कोई चीज चेंज हो सकती है, राइट? जो चेंज होने के लायक हो, एबल से जो चेंज होने के लायक हो उसको हम कहते हैं वेरिएबल्स, राइट? सो दैट इज व्हाई वेरिएबल कैन टेक एनी रियल वैल्यू. एंड इंग्लिश अल्फाबेट्स के जो लास्ट अल्फाबेट्स होते हैं यूजुअली हम उनको कंसीडर करते हैं एज वेरिएबल्स, और जो स्टार्टिंग के बिगनिंग के जो अल्फाबेट्स होते हैं उनको हम लोग कंसीडर करते हैं एज कॉन्स्टेंट्स. और कॉन्स्टेंट का मतलब होता है वैल्यू सेम रहनी. सो इनकी जो वैल्यू होती है इट रिमेन्स सेम इन द गिवन प्रॉब्लम. वेरिएबल वैल्यू चेंज हो सकती है और कांस्टेंट वैल्यू सेम रहती है. अब एक एग्जांपल, अगर सपोज ax लिखा है तो जो स्टार्टिंग वाला अल्फाबेट इज ऑलवेज अ कांस्टेंट, पीछे वाला जो अल्फाबेट्स होते हैं दैट इज यूजुअली वेरिएबल. सो ax में a इज अ कांस्टेंट एंड x इज अ वेरिएबल. अब एक एग्जांपल और देखो, आपने पढ़ा होगा पेरीमीटर ऑफ अ स्क्वायर इज, what is the formula for perimeter of square? Perimeter of square can be written as 4 multiplied by the length of the side, right? अब side of the square can be any length, right? Side जो side length कुछ भी हो सकती है. ये तो 4 fix रहा, so 4 here is a constant. Side को हम लोग ले लेते हैं x, so it can be written as 4x. अब यहाँ पे 4 क्या चीज है? 4 is a constant and x is a variable. ठीक है, अब यहाँ पर इसको जनरली अगर हम लोगों ने लिखना है हम लोग इसको ax भी लिख सकते हैं. सो डिपेंडिंग ऑन द क्वेश्चन पॉलिनोमियल, डिपेंडिंग ऑन द क्वेश्चन हम लोग वेरिएबल्स एंड कांस्टेंट्स ले लेते हैं. इफ द पॉलिनोमियल इज इन वेरिएबल x, इट कैन बी नेम्ड एज px, qx और gx. अगर कोई भी पॉलिनोमियल में वेरिएबल x है तो उसकी नेमिंग हम लोग p of x, q of x, g of x एटसेट्रा से नेमिंग करते हैं. अगर सपोज वेरिएबल y है तो हम उसको लिख सकते हैं p of y, q of y, r of y एटसेट्रा. दिस इज जस्ट द हाउ टू नेम द पॉलिनोमियल. वेरिएबल x है तो आप यहाँ पे ब्रैकेट में x लिखोगे, वेरिएबल y है तो आप ब्रैकेट में y लिखोगे, वेरिएबल z है तो आप उसको बेशक आप ऐसे भी लिख सकते हो, पॉलिनोमियल इन वेरिएबल z. For example, just see, in the first example, the variable used is x. So it has been named as polynomial in variable x, p of x. Here the variable is y, तो इसको हम लोग name दे सकते हैं g of y because the variable is y used, right? So 5z square plus 2z minus 1, यहाँ पे variable z है तो इसको हम लोग name दे सकते हैं q of z. So this is just the way of giving the name to any polynomial. Degree of polynomial. The highest power of variable in a polynomial is called its degree. For example, p of x is equal to 4x square minus 3x plus 1 is of degree 2. Now if we see this polynomial, it has three terms, 4x square minus 3x plus 1. Now we will see the exponent on each variable in each term. Like here we have three terms. Here the exponent on this x is 2, here it is 1, and since there is no variable we can consider it to be x power 0. Now these are the exponents 2, 1 and 0. Now which is the highest exponent? It is 2. So we can say the degree of this polynomial is 2. We just have to see the highest exponent of the variable in each term. Now next example, qx equal to 7x power 9 minus 3x power 10 plus 5x plus 4 is of degree 10. How is it is 10? Let's see the exponent on the variable. Here it is 9, this is 9, this is 10, this is 1 and there is no variable, it means it is 0. Now out of these exponents 9, 10, 1 and 0, which is the highest exponent? It is 10. So this polynomial qx is of degree 10. Now we will name the polynomials on the basis of their degree, right? Now we will learn how to name the polynomial. Suppose if it is of degree 1, we call it as linear polynomial. Always remember, right? And its standard form is ax plus b and where a should not be equal to 0. अब linear polynomial means degree 1. ठीक है, अब degree 1 है, यहाँ पे x की power should be 1. This is the standard form. अब x की power 1 और आगे x की power कुछ भी नहीं है तो x की power 0. So this is the standard form. ये चीज बेटा आप हमेशा याद रखना, a should not be equal to 0. अगर गलती से a 0 हो गया तो हमारी ये पूरी टर्म 0 हो जाएगी. अब ये पूरी टर्म 0 हो गई तो we will left with only one constant. So this condition is must that a should not be equal to 0. So if the degree is 1, we call it as linear polynomial and its standard form is ax plus b and a should not be equal to 0. b के ऊपर there is no condition, b का 0 हो जाए doesn't matter, but a should not be 0. If it is of degree 2, then we call it as quadratic polynomial and its standard form is ax square plus bx plus c and a should not be equal to 0. अब देखो यहाँ पर power 2, power 1, power 0. अब यहाँ पे degree 2 आ गई. So quadratic है, अब degree 2 है तो we should have this term. और इसके लिए फिर से कंडीशन है कि a 0 के इक्वल नहीं होना चाहिए, क्योंकि a 0 हो गया तो ये पूरी टर्म खत्म हो जानी है. पूरी टर्म will become 0, then we will left with linear polynomial. Now what if the degree is 3? If the degree is 3, then we call it as cubic polynomial and its standard form will be ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d and a should not be equal to 0, right? Power 3, power 2, power 1, power 0, right? So a should not be equal to 0 क्योंकि a 0 हो गया, then again this whole term will become 0. ये 0 हो गई तो हमारे पास जो भी एक्सप्रेशन बचेगा, जो भी पॉलिनोमियल बचेगा वो क्यूबिक पॉलिनोमियल नहीं होगा, राइट? फिर से आप देखो, अगर डिग्री 1 है we call it as linear polynomial, डिग्री 2 है we call it as quadratic polynomial, डिग्री 3 है we call it as cubic polynomial, right? अब यहाँ पर थोड़ा सा ऑब्जर्व करो, अगर लीनियर पॉलिनोमियल है इसके अंदर जो टर्म्स हैं, जैसे यहाँ पे मैंने ax plus b लिखा है, so how many terms maximum can be there? It is only 2. Maximum 2 terms can be there. 2 से कम हो सकती है, 2 से ज़्यादा नहीं हो सकती. अब अगर डिग्री 2 है, so how many terms are there? 1, 2, 3. अब maximum terms can be 3. ठीक है, अगर डिग्री 2 है तो जो टर्म्स हैं ये मैक्सिमम 3 हो सकती हैं, 3 से कम हो सकती हैं, 3 से ज़्यादा नहीं होंगी. सो मैक्सिमम 3. Degree 3, number of terms are maximum 4. Maximum 4 terms can be there. ठीक है, 4 से कम हो सकती है, 4 से ज़्यादा नहीं हो सकती. Now number of terms linear polynomial can have maximum 2, and the standard form is ax plus b. A is not equal to 0. For example 3x, see यहाँ पर this is only one term, it's a linear polynomial because degree is 1. Can be 2 terms, can be 2 terms. So can be 1 term, can be 2 terms. So that is why it can have maximum 2 terms. Right? Linear polynomial can have maximum 2 terms. Now the number of terms quadratic polynomial can have maximum 3, and its standard form is ax square plus bx plus c, and a should not be equal to 0. So number of terms maximum 3. Let's consider some examples like 7x square, it has only one term. X square plus 6, it has two terms. 5x square minus 3x plus 1, it has 3 terms. All these examples are of quadratic polynomial, and see maximum terms a quadratic polynomial can have is 3. It can have 1, it can have 2, it can have 3. Terms cubic polynomial can have maximum 4. I have written some examples. For example 9x cube, this has one term. Here there are 3 terms, here there are 4 terms, and I can write it like, suppose 7x cube plus 5, it has 2 terms. So can be 1 term, can be 2 terms, can be 3 terms, can be 4 terms. So it can have maximum 4 terms. 4 से ज़्यादा नहीं हो सकती, 4 से कम ज़रूर हो सकती है क्यूबिक पॉलिनोमियल में. A polynomial in one variable x of degree n. Now we are talking about the variable x and of degree n. For any natural number n, where degree n means the n is always a natural number, the standard form of this polynomial is this: p of x is equal to a n x power n plus a n minus 1 x power n minus 1 plus dot 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 means so on till plus a2 x square plus a1x plus a0. Now the a0 like a0, a1, a2, an minus 1, an, all these are constants. Remember we always use beginning alphabets as constants. So that is why an minus 1, a2, all these are constants. And remember that n should not be equal to 0. That is, the coefficient of x power n should not be equal to 0. Why this condition is important? Because we are talking about polynomial of degree n. Because if it is of degree n, so if it is of degree n, it means its coefficient should not be equal to 0. अगर ये coefficient 0 हो गया तो ये पूरी term 0 हो जानी है, तो हमारे पास जो भी polynomial बचेगा उसकी डिग्री n नहीं होगी. So that is why this condition is important. We must write that an is not equal to 0. a0, a1, a2 dot 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 till an are respectively the coefficients of x0. That is, a0 is coefficient of x0, a1 is coefficient of x, a2 is coefficient of x square, and similarly an is coefficient of x power n. I'll explain coefficient once again just for recalling. Suppose we have a polynomial like 7x power 3 minus 4x square minus 2x plus 1, right? Now coefficient of x cube is 7. 7 is coefficient of x cube. Minus 4 is coefficient of x square. Minus 2 is coefficient of x, and there is no variable x, so we can write it as x power 0. So the coefficient of x power 0 is plus 1. Sometimes we call these coefficients as numerical coefficients also. Numerical means they are related to number. Numerical coefficients, right? So these are the coefficients. I hope you people are clear about the standard form and the constants and the coefficients. If all the constants, all the coefficients are 0, right? This was the polynomial. Suppose if all these are 0, all these are 0. So we get 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0. So ultimately we get it as 0. Such type of polynomial are called as zero polynomial, and such polynomials are called as zero polynomial, and it is denoted with digit 0. When do we get zero polynomial? When all the constants are equal to 0. Always remember, the degree of zero polynomial is not defined. Why degree of 0 is not defined? For example, now this is the zero polynomial. I can write it as 0 into x power 7. Again it means 0 only. I can write it as 0 into x power 100. Means we are talking about 0 only. So if we multiply any number, anything by 0, we always get 0. So can you say the degree of the zero polynomial? We cannot say. That is why it is not defined. The degree of constant polynomial. Constant polynomial, that is all the numbers other than 0. Because 0 ko we call as zero polynomial. So the numbers other than 0 are called as constant polynomials. And the degree of constant polynomial is always 0. For example, if I consider the constant 4. 4 can be written as 4 into 1, and it can also be written as 4 into x power 0. And remember this condition that x should not be equal to 0, because 0 power 0 is not defined. So it means it is of degree 0. I suppose if I write 100, 100 can be written as 100 into 1. So 100 into 1 means 100 multiplied by x power 0. Again we get degree as 0. So whatever the number we consider, we can write that number into 1, and further it can be written as x power 0. So that is why the degree of the constant polynomial is 0, and the degree of zero polynomial is not defined. Never forget this. You will use this in your classes, in your further classes also. Polynomials on the basis of number of terms. अभी हमने polynomials के बारे में पढ़ा on the basis of the degree. Now we will learn the polynomials on the basis of number of terms. जितने terms है उसके हिसाब से अब हम लोग उसकी naming करें. Polynomials on the basis of number of terms. One term है, we call it as monomial. M-O-N-O. Mono means one. One term means monomial. Example 5x power 123, 11, 2x power 9. All these have single term. All these are single terms. So these are called as monomial. Monomial means one term. Two terms हो तो उसको हम लोग बोलते हैं binomial. Bi का मतलब होता है two. Bi means two, like bicycle, right? So binomial means two terms. और इसके एग्जाम्पल है 11x plus 2, 9x power 15 plus 2x, x plus 10. See, all have two terms. So these are binomial. If it has three terms, it is called as trinomial. Tri means three. Tricycle, right? So trinomial. Tri means three. So three terms हो तो उसको trinomial, and the examples are x square minus x plus 1, 4x power 8 minus 2x plus 5. All these have three terms, right? One term monomial, two terms binomial, three terms trinomial. Summarize. अभी हमने जितना भी पढ़ा है, let's summarize that. First one, this is the standard form, right? This is the standard form. और यहाँ पर जो highest power is n and n is called as the degree of the polynomial. Now the next is a polynomial of one term. अगर one term हो then we call it as monomial. Two terms हो we call it as binomial. Three terms हो we call it as trinomial. अब ये तो हुआ टर्म्स के हिसाब से, राइट? जैसे वन टर्म मोनोमियल, टू टर्म्स बाइनोमियल, थ्री टर्म्स ट्राइनोमियल, डिग्री 1 लीनियर, डिग्री 2 क्वाड्रेटिक, डिग्री 3 cubic. Standard form, first one is standard form. Highest power of the variable is n, so this is a polynomial in variable x of degree n. और ये सारे के सारे terms हैं और जो an है that is coefficient of x power n, 0 नहीं होना चाहिए. ये सारी क्या चीज है? Terms. Now you can read it once again. Standard form, डिग्री, टर्म्स, वन टर्म के हिसाब से पॉलिनोमियल की नेमिंग, टू टर्म्स बाइनोमियल, थ्री टर्म्स ट्राइनोमियल, डिग्री 1 लीनियर, डिग्री 2 क्वाड्रेटिक, डिग्री 3 क्यूबिक. और डिग्री क्या चीज थी? हाईएस्ट पावर ऑफ द वेरिएबल. Thanks for watching this video.